Hi, this is Danielle Locke from Lockstep Partners. Today we're going to talk about what is donor cultivation. What the heck does this mean? Donor cultivation is about progressively building deeper relationships with your donors. It means having a plan in place for thanking, communicating, and interacting with your donors in ways that retain and hopefully grow their support over time. And what I want to stress to you is that donor cultivation, one, it takes time, that it is about building a relationship over time to the point where that person feels personally connected to you and your mission and the organization, and you can then ask for a larger gift. It's the long game. You can't rush it, but it has significant payoff. The other piece is that donor cultivation is about being authentic and transparent. I cannot stress this enough. You cannot cultivate a relationship with anyone if you aren't transparent about who you are and what your goals are and what's going on in the organization. You can't hide the details. You also need to be authentic. The way in which you connect with people is by truly wanting to get to know them, by truly wanting to fulfill their philanthropic mission and helping them to achieve what they're trying to achieve, as well as trying to help your organization. All right, real quick, we're going to talk about the cycle of philanthropy. Seems complicated, but it really is about looking at the donor journey, about where they're starting from and where you hope to bring them to. So the first stage is identification. This often happens at a point where they make their first gift, or they attend an event, or someone simply just lets you know that this person has both giving capacity as well as an interest in your mission. So that's identification. You have identified that donor as a potential major donor. The second is qualification. So you do some research, do some homework, do a little Googling. With my clients, I have a membership to a national database that allows me to do some wealth screening on donors and find out what their capacity is, as well as what other missions they might have given to in the past. It's all public knowledge, public information. This point in which you're doing identification and qualification can very often happen in your annual fund, in your annual appeal. So if you aren't yet sending an annual letter, or maybe 2 letters a year, if you're not actively asking donors for regular gifts, smaller gifts, and then both tracking that in some form, even if it's Excel, and you're also appropriately thanking them and acknowledging them, then you're kind of done right there. You need to have a base of donors. It's called building a pipeline. You need to have a base of donors that are continually giving to your organization on a regular, semi-regular annual basis to support your general operations in some unrestricted manner. That base of donors is who you're going to identify a prospect from and qualify them. Once you said, yes, this person both has financial assets to support our organization as well as an interest. They've made a few donations, they've attended some events, they know a board member to something like that. That's when you're going to start the cultivation. This, kind of like dating, is getting to know them. It's meeting them at a coffee shop. It's doing a Zoom call, sending them a note. It's inviting them to a special breakfast with your CEO. It's including them in some special events, special mailing, a site visit, a program tour, a walkthrough, sending them some photos from a program that they funded. It is about getting to know them and helping them to deeply, deeply get to know your organization, both for good and for bad. Definitely share the good. And then there are different stages of cultivation, and that is going to take time. But once you get a little bit down the pike and you really feel like you have gone from just barely them knowing your name to some candid conversations, it's time for solicitation. It's time to look at that person and bring them to lunch or breakfast. Tell them about your needs, tell them about the program that they are already passionate about, and talk to them about a greater level of giving. I know it's scary and it's intimidating, but trust me, once you're already in this relationship, this donor wants to support you. They want to make an investment. They want to have an impact with their philanthropy. Cutting a check every month is not fun. Cutting a big check, getting your name on a building, or helping a program succeed, or funding part of a staff position, that is impactful and that is meaningful. So don't be scared to share that with a donor and ask their for support. All right, so once you get the gift, whether it's big or small or somewhere in between, it's called stewardship. And stewardship is the focus at which you are thanking them, authentically thanking them, personally thanking them. Send a video from your CEO directly to them to say, thank you, Bob, for your donation. Thank you notes, phone calls from your board, box of cookies, artwork from a client or a patient, anything that is personal to both them and your mission is going to help, again, further connect them with your mission and have them feel really good about the investment that they've made. Okay, so then the next stage, actually the last stage, is renewal and referral. So you have built this relationship, they have made a gift, you have thanked them profusely, they feel good about it, you feel good about it. So what's next? Well, you want them to give again. So you're going to ask them at some future date. If depending on the size of the gift, it may be a year later. Certainly, I would stress that when a donor makes a major gift or a planned gift, as in leaving you in their will, do not discontinue to ask them for annual gifts. Research shows that donors that make that size commitment, actually their annual giving increases. So don't be afraid to continue to ask them to support your general operations. But you want to renew that support, and you want to keep moving them around the cycle. You want them to give again, you want to thank them again, and on and on. They're also a great referral source. Once a donor is in your fold, and one of my major donors said that when she makes a gift, it's like she adopts the organization. It's like they're one of her children, and she looks at supporting the organization as taking care of them. That it's a promise that she's made when she writes a check, that it is a promise that she's going to love and care for them. That is a beautiful way to look at it. And also, one of the great ways is that they can refer you to their friends, to their family, to their colleagues, other people that might be similarly inclined to give and has similar passions as they do for your mission and other similar missions. So again, don't be afraid as you're in this relationship to talk to them about who they know that they might introduce you to, that might want to give to your cause as well. So just to be clear, you've got two pieces. You've got the annual fund, your letters that go out where you're asking for gifts in a variety of ways, some an online campaign or hard copy campaign. The strength of that is what will set you up for success with your major donor campaign. You want to continue to cultivate that. You want to continue to identify donors. You want to continue to send letters and thank people. You want that annual appeal to be successful. And from that, you want to continually be identifying prospects, identifying them, qualifying them, cultivating them. Then you solicit, thank them, steward them, and renew and referral. Those are the stages, and that is donor cultivation in a nutshell. It doesn't have to be hard and scary. It is time consuming, and you do need to track your measures, to make sure that you're on some consistent basis reaching out to your donors. But anybody can do this work. And if you are still intimidated or need some help, give me a call. Check out the website, lockstep.com. Check out my Facebook. I try to really share a lot of resources that's at Lockstep Partners. And if you need further assistance, you want me to hold your hand when you go to your first meeting with a donor, that's my job. I'm a coach, I'm a connector, I'm a resource for donors and for nonprofits. I'm here to help you. Have good luck, and let me know how it goes.